Bring me the energy. Bring me the hype. Let's make some noise as we kick things off in the Spodek Arena. FaZe clan making their way towards the B side of the map, and the CTs will have to fall back, detecting the threat on the other side, but FaZe aren't slowing down here, Map.
Not at all. Keep in mind, Chad pointed out the change in guard on the B site, that it could be exploited. In this pistol, Simple's already over there. He's behind the smoke. He's fallen off. That may not be true when the guns are brought out, but for now it certainly is. The first kill, though, goes the way of Flamey. He already has the pistol. It's just enough to cut off one on the retake, but the bomb already planted for NaVi, and they just have to hold it off. That's not hard. Flamey's got another. It's going to be extremely difficult if Simple can get around from coffins without being spotted. Blue Box is preoccupied. If he wraps in, they're both gone for an emo, and they're going to push it all together. Rain can't do enough. Just to Nico. Third in the world last year, but he's got it to a one-on-one. Bombs deep. He's got a swing. They know that. Flamey, what a piss. Take the shoulder peek. He had to wrap in. Flamey read that perfectly. This round, they do go to what was talked about. So it is going to be Flamey and Zeus on Banana. Flamey gets aggressive. Talk about Simple being the anchor, the best player on the team, sure, undisputedly. Electronic, he's going to always stay toward the pit, no question about it. But Flamey, if he's hitting shots out like that already, an ace to start things off, B's not going to be exploited at all.
Quite the statement. Here we have the Deagles here, and Rain pretty handy with them, it seems. He'll take down Zeus. Too aggressive there, perhaps, but Flamey does pick up the pieces. That's now 6 kills in 2 rounds. As it'll be Edward looking towards Boyer. That's a guaranteed frag for him. Dren goes down, and at this point, NaVi have the advantage. They don't have to overcommit. Flamey, I guess he's in the zone at this point, Matt. He wants to just keep finding headshots, and he's delivering as he keeps finding players as well. That's Nico being dropped. It's a 4 versus 2, and that's going to push them back towards middle. They have 1 smoke remaining here, but I don't think they'll be finding any more frags.
Crossfire firmly set up inside of the smoke. Edward's actually going to hold aggressively. That's going to dissipate. Soon we'll realize they're there, but he realizes it in the wrong way. Guardian.
NaVi sending 3 players towards B. They're going to challenge for control here. They know they need it. Simple's found an early kill somehow at the start of the round. He takes down Rain very early on with that scope of the org, and still challenging for banana control. Flamey and Zeus keep pushing down.
Continue to be aggressive to set the tempo. That's important on Banana. We talk about that so much.
Absolutely, want to assert your dominance there. Slow them down. If you get early control time and time again, they'll have to adapt and change up their routine. Guardian flashed off. NaVi now with the advantage. That's all they wanted at the start of this round. They had a lack of firepower here with the 2 MP9s, but a nice early pick will get them right back in the driving seat. Nico's down to 13 HP as well. Their star player is certainly on a leash now.
So Simple to hold it. He won't have immediate aggression in front of him at the cubby, but Flamey is there toward the library. The problem is that's smoked off as well. Simple needs to make a decision. He might be too late. Smoke's already dissolved. He's got to go aggressively. And Guardian on the AWP was certainly ready for it, so they almost overstepped the mark. They stayed a little bit too long in that position, and Simple got caught in between. If anyone's capable, you'd think it'd be him, but this time not so much, fortunately. He's the only one down and the only one with any loss of HP on his team, and on the other side of things, we can tell it's not quite the same, is it? SMG, that'll certainly do. Good reaction from Olaf, but it's on to Dren. New boy, new blood. Is he going to be on this team long? No one knows. This performance might be part of it. Electronic down inside of the pit. The anchor gone. An additional smoke. He fires into it. Follows up. Flamey falls as well. It's all on Zeus. Great turnaround. Great find from Dren.
Zeus with the MP9 here, no kit, no grenades. I think Dren might have done enough. They've still got smokes, AGs, and flashbangs on the T side. Surely he recovers the AWP and maybe falls back here, but he has found a kit at least, so will he give it a go?
Yeah, and swapping to the M4. That's going to give him a little bit of range. Problem is that Olaf, he's the one on 28. He's got the AWP, and they've got a perfect crossfire built off of each other in the pit. You won't necessarily be able to swing from the cart, but it's going to be so hard to find one and get toward the bomb. And yeah, logical decision. It's still the lead for NaVi. 2-1. Try and take them down with the bomb on escape and flash out toward library. He's well positioned.
Basic utility. It's not looking too good for them at the start of the round, but what can they make of it?
Deagle top mid. Flamey the only gun carried over, so the Deagle certainly from Simple can find shots, but FaZe so individually skilled, they're not going to give it away easily. They all know those situations. They all know how Simple plays. They're familiar with him. Certainly Guardian is. Dren as well from the CIS region. Push down. Flamey finds one, but it's Olaf and Guardian to trade it off immediately. Both of these teams have had struggles. Absolutely. Both of these teams are capable of the top 4, capable of winning the whole event, let's be honest, but it can only be one between them, quite literally between this game, but also in that they are sort of the two outliers, the two that have been inconsistent of the top teams.
Yeah, you just look at the last game of the previous stage 4, FaZe against Complexity. Sure, it's a win. That's all that really matters, but it was not a clean one. That's a team you'd expect them to ravish, and there's style on them almost, but they were on the ropes a few times there. So definitely kind of trying to find their form and how this team's going to play. As we head towards B, it will be Olaf Meister. He seems to know exactly where Edward is. Finds the headshot. That's the B side open. A decent attempt from NaVi. They flashed over towards B and tried to trade out some kills. They've gone for one though, and it's just going to be simple left in a 1 versus 4. They know exactly where he is. And guard some grenades, flashbangs, make sure there's no information available for the CTs whatsoever.
Guardian nearly got one already. Edward does well to get away. They're going to back off in the site, set a crossfire. Meanwhile, over at B, Trent's got simple. That's not at B. I was going to mention the fact that they're still hunting with Olaf alone, and they'll bring the bomb back his direction, but it's a Dren that comes filtering out of apartments. That leads them elsewhere, and Rain's doing enough. He'll stay. He'll cut off rotation. Second one down. This should be around. It's all on Zeus, and Zeus has yet to find a kill in this game. Time to find one now. He's got Guardian down. 8 seconds. Time is the problem. Rain sneaks in. He'll go. Oh, they just got it down on time. 2 seconds left. Rain sneaks in and spots it. Now they know where he is, but likewise, Zeus is completely locked off inside of Ruins. He's got to look both directions, and he's already considering the possibility that they'll wrap around. Burrow in toward the sandbags is the only option to not have a player at your back. He's gone down. Electronic gets one, but that's going to be the round. He's got to back out of it, so only one kill for Electronic. Zeus does what he can. It's now FaZe extending the lead. 4 on the T side. Remember, they picked this. This was not expected pre-match that they would pick Inferno against NaVi, and they have, and they're showing why.
That's unfortunate for Zeus there. With 10 seconds remaining, maybe the one kill is enough there. I think if you're going to win the round, though, he really had to commit to that. He just swing out and just cause chaos and hopefully steal another frag away. Maybe too passive, let them block, and it will be FaZe picking up. As the grenades and Molotovs made their way towards the top of B. CTs, like we said, didn't force them to get maximum loss bonus in the next round, so they can justify going down to, I would say, about 2K. On the CT side, it's a little bit daunting going down to 1,200, but we'll see if they can cause any sort of damage here. It's going to be 4 players stacked towards B again. It's the second time NaVi have tried this approach. Will this be more successful this time? They smoked the bottom, and unfortunately, FaZe have already got CT spawned, so they're going to catch these players in transition if they do rotate. Either way, Rain, thought that was his, didn't actually do any damage at all there. That simple retreat on 100, but now down to 46.
Guardian opens it up on the enemy veto, and Olaf was waiting the whole time. Bottom side of middle, he gets one.
That's your cue now, go to war.
Yeah, absolutely. You found the AK. Electronic gets at least a kill. That'll keep him alive. Simple. He didn't realize, fully gray screened as you often are in those smokes. Didn't realize he was actually protruding through.
That's Nika getting the bomb down. You can see his teammates already established in library / CT spawns. Go for a nice open plan here. Make sure there's no chance of the CT stealing this one away. And to be fair, NaVi came into this with not much, 1 AK. They potentially leave it with 2. That's if Flamey can keep disciplined here. He doesn't need frags here, really. The FaZe money won't be affected too much. If you can bring 2 AKs in, it's going to boost yours. You potentially invested a bit too much in this particular round, so bringing another rifle to the table will certainly help things out.
Check to CT, and then I thought he was going to go all the way back down to T stairs just to make sure. The fact that they've actually locked them in, Flamey and Electronic aren't going to be able to do anything of this. If they had caught one on the way by, maybe Flamey gets a kill. You get another gun carried over. AK certainly fine. Nico wants to try and get
considered the best player in the world because he's got his work cut out from his teammates with bare bones utility. Yes, they have a couple of kits, but it's not the full buy, even with 2 saved AKs. Rain working through the bedrooms here, and Nico is actually in front of the CT smoke. Zeus might not be aware of it. As the Molotov comes in, needs to be very careful here. You can see the flashbang Molotov combo is quite a potent one. As well off Nico, come hunting. This could be dangerous for NaVi.
Zeus holding very aggressively at barrels. The up-close position is the problem. Olaf flash. He doesn't pick it yet. He can go now because Nico's done damage. They walk over each other. Inevitably, Nico takes down Olaf. It was well intended. Fortunately, not well executed, but it's pulled back to a 3-on-3 as a result. Edward will welcome that as he takes down Rain. Simple. Tries to fire in through the smoke and he flashes himself back through to get to Ruins. No, he's not.
He's going for it.
Oh, he might. Does it reveal too much? Does it give it away? He's considering it because, yeah, he's alone on B. If he fires that shot and anyone is pushed through the CT, he's done for. So he smartly backs off and bides his time, but he still gives it a crack. He still wants more.
I don't think it's worth it at this stage. You can see his teammates really not causing much damage here at all. Adren just absolutely destroys Edward. That's going to be the cue. You can see how disappointed Simple is. He's not getting a chance before they head back towards B. And Molotov towards a pit, a flashbang out just to bait out some utility and deny them having so much of the retake. Right now, if all 5 players of FaZe make their way through towards B, they'll only find 2 players there, but rotations are coming through. This should be a Molotov towards the emo position, the back right. Any boost player on half wall there. 30 seconds remain. They don't really have much of a say to fall back, but I say that, Rain actually has full mid control, so they could go for a slight execution here, keep those 4 players locked in towards B, and then send everyone in towards the A side very quickly. It's going to come down to the timings here. You can see how much interest from the CTs there are here. You've got to assume with 15 seconds remaining, this is the final play, but it's not.
It's a brilliant maneuver. It's absolutely sold it. They've sent them all over toward B. The only one left at the side of the site is Edward, but he nearly got away with it. If he'd slid out and found the second, dropped the bomb down, that would have been it. Nico wouldn't have had time to plant. There was no way to recover.
Perfectly done by FaZe. The fact they give themselves enough time to counter for that initial pick from Edward there. They trade out the kill, still 6 seconds remaining. Sure, that's scary, but they plant the bomb. It all comes together, and you kept 4 players on the B side there. That is really quite impressive. It was so convincing. NaVi just didn't have the resources to think otherwise. He had 4 players there. You got Molotov, smokes, flashbangs coming in. You got to give it a go. It was just a very well called round there from FaZe. It's going to be 7-2 in their favor on the T side of Inferno here. Adren, what he's made of on this map, and that could cause some frustration. He might overcommit to some positions at this stage, but for now, looks towards the end of pass, nothing there, and focusing towards second mid, but not as aggressive as you'd expect. Oh no! That's more like it. Zeus will get his second frag of the game. Can he get out safely, though?
It's quite clever to follow the Molotov down as well, because Nico, he couldn't snuff the wicked time. It's immediately him gone. Zeus gets the kill. Flamey, he follows it up. Olaf's gone. A change of pace from NaVi, and it's over toward B. It works out brilliantly. Bomb still down, bottom T stairs. Guardian will call for Adren to rotate back over and support. The op naturally waits toward the arch side. Minute to work with. They could certainly try and counterpick this. And Guardian, we talk about it often, is the best T-sided op on Inferno. Not an easy role to have. I mean, it's not like you're presenting kills anymore. It's not often you see that mid-peak to stairs where they get there first. They've got to go aggressive, and it's exactly that. Flamey down. No rite of passage as of yet because Simple's already on rotation, but he's considering the possibility that this is a ruse. Zeus goes back site. Simple's going to play this presumably from CT. Smoke down, though, he's going to have to rotate all the way around to the coffins.
40 seconds remain. FaZe don't have to commit to this. They're right back in this round now. Zeus will throw a flashbang. They can get in a decent position, trying to buy space and time for Simple at this stage, and he gets caught out. Can Zeus find multiple frags? It's all falling apart. This was a 5 versus 3. All of a sudden, it tips on its head, and it's now NaVi on the back foot. Adren, nice little off angle here. You're not going to preempt this, and he'll take down Edward, no problem whatsoever. It's electronic, left with absolutely nothing to work with here. 1 AK, no positional control, and he'll just have to push through the smoke and hope for the best here. That is a nightmare for NaVi, Matt.
That's excruciating as well, because finally they had guns again. The op from Simple, it was on rotation, double smoke down. He's still 2-8. He still hasn't got anything going. FaZe are just running with Inferno. Anticlimactic so far at best, as Electronic gets Rain at very least, but what's that for at this point? Consolation for what? Because they know exactly where he is. Adren's already off. You can hear Adren, that's...
UP at least can get information, but that's designed to push him back. You can see now he might struggle and call for Zeus to rotate back through CT spawn. It's exactly what's happening here. Flame with a nice idea though, but it is very committed. Will he fire off the shot? Not quite. He's going to fall back to the safety of the side for now.
Smoke off Zeus inside of it. Doesn't want to extend beyond, but it's Olaf that's alone at this point. He's trying to cause chaos, trying to lock them onto the B site. Doesn't want to leave them with the option to rotate. Zeus has read the fact that it was only a single AK firing. He's actually going to get towards CT. They give up Arch momentarily because Edward will play in conjunction with him. The smoke's still down on that side. It's not like they can really justify going through yet. Instead, it's just going to hold the mid-wall. Work it with Guardian on the bomb toward the A site aggressively, but correctly. And Simple still lurks inside with the ADP. Go around, it's Edward. Impressively with a UMP at that range that finds the headshot first. Opening kill, Simple's following it up. Now he's rolling as Adren drops. And Zeus still holds. There's no one over toward B. They've not fallen off of it. They haven't come up with an alternative motive in this round. It's still with 15 seconds, all or nothing on the A site. They can justify going late because they've got money. Rain, he's gonna go. They're gonna feel like Noah on an overcast day because the rain won't stop. He's swinging through. Simple finds one, but finally it's turned around. That's the start, though. There's still a long way to go. 3 in that round. It's certainly what he needs to get motivated. And the double op once more. Flamey finds Olaf this time. A little more aggression on him than the last round, however. And Flamey seems to welcome it. In a position where Guardian can certainly see him. I wouldn't have been surprised at all if Guardian was able to locate him on the backside of the wall after the jump, but he elected to fall off the logs and threw his own aim off. He still tagged him. He's got him. He's on a 44. And he's going to look for another angle. He's got him. Follow up. Flamey down. He was hit, but he's on to 11, Guardian, and that's good enough for Nico. He'll take it. He'll open it up, and Molotov's to clear his angle. Look inside of the sights. Take the fight. Zeus down.
So surprised with Flamey's play, but you got the opening pick. You've been tagged as well. Just fall back, maintain the advantage. It's all going to come falling apart here as Edward does what he can, but it's a 3 versus 1. Electronic couldn't be further away at this stage. He's in towards the pits on the A side of the map. They've got no chance. They had the advantage again, but overstaying their welcome there. Flamey, once he gets here, has to get back and play off his teammate there, because you see Zeus, he is not ready to go in a 1v3 against FaZe right now. He's barely part of the fight. He's getting mowed down every time he swings.
Dren going again toward the apartments. They've slowed the pace considerably. It's not like they're assuming they could just get in there for free, and knowing up against pistols, it's likely that someone has pushed up. Again, one on Rain. There was an option to swing for 2 because they were looking down the hallway, but the kill to Rain now gives Dren all the access that he needs. 3 inside the hallways, presumably. You know how this will go. It's explosive, aggressive, and first and foremost, take down Zeus.
4 bullets left in that PT-50, has to fall back here, but Zeus does have a chance to cause a little bit of damage here, but there's the Molotov to take vision away from him. CT's focusing towards middle, but Guardian very patiently will hold the angle, drops Flamey, and they've got a 5 versus 3. Electronic has left the B side open, no one there whatsoever, and this is looking like another guaranteed round for the international roster here. FaZe will help themselves to an open B side.
Yeah, take back any struggles they had in the group stage. They've rectified those, it seems, over the 3 or 4 days off. This looks excellent so far. And we thought Inferno might be the 3rd map in this series. Not that it would be Dust 2. We thought Dust 2 would actually be the pick from FaZe. So this is pretty impressive by them. It's caught NaVi off, absolutely.
They weren't ready for this. And remember, they won the pistols. It's not they got a bad start. They actually had the dream start. They got the 2-0. They went into that 3rd round. Yes, with unfortunate circumstances, had a couple players in MP9s, but that wasn't really the catalyst to their demise here on the CT side. They will be holding on to the AK. Pretty much have to at this point. Electronic's going to have to drop for them going forward as he holds toward the underpass. He doesn't have to find kills here, but I guess he wants to find his teammates another rifle to take to the next round. It's a nice shot. Doesn't get them anything.
Yeah, very little to work with. So this operation's been abandoned once again.
10 or 11 kills between the 4 of them, so they're stepping up. He doesn't have to do that much. He's calling a great game right now. He's seeing some great mid-round calls with the FaZe coming in. It's looks like a great effort overall. They've got double digits and maybe a bit more on the T side of Inferno. That's pretty unheard of at this level. As we'll see now, the CT scramble to pick up another round, but this is a nice, fast adaptation from FaZe. It's going to be throwing in a bit of a different approach as they go very, very fast towards the end of the apartments, but the CT's finally showing us they can keep up as Electronic will find his 2nd frag of the round. It's a 4 versus 1, and Nico's all the way in towards B, but he'll be dropped by Flamey as well. Final round, as we get into number 15 here. CT's with the AWP once again. Simple has 6 kills, 11 deaths. Not the performance he's looking for, absolutely not, but maybe he can change things up here as he holds towards B. He'll be happy to actually stay in his position now. We saw Flamey hold the same angle before. Will Simple get a bit more luck.
They're just waiting it out. Flame's already down, Edward. Deploys the smoke. Molotov down Cubby and the front of the arch. So Edward forced to fall back, as we can see on the X-ray.
Now if they can get this round, 10-5, win the pistol in the 2nd, might be a conversation to be had, but this one slips by. I'm not sure NaVi will have enough to actually push forward. As Rain again has been so deadly on this T side. That AK-47 finally showing us what it's capable of. As now he looks for his 2nd kill up against Zeus, takes a bit of damage, decides to fall back. Wise move.
But they've hatched another plan when the first fell through, because it's simple. Over toward B. He falls back after the first. He's alone. Slipshot Cavalier. He tries to peek it again, and he will. He absolutely will. Half human, half machine, looking straight through the left.
first half, I feel like was the star players on either side didn't turn up. We got Nico 3 kills, and Simple was right down there at 5 towards the end until he had that great showing on the last round. But it's all to play for still. If NaVi can pull this round together, they can certainly start thinking about getting 3 rounds on the board and then see what happens after that.
And Nico, that's a talking point. I mean, this seems to be the perceived solution to all the issues, to all of his pride, you could say. I mean, the fact that he's no longer getting kills is an issue in itself, right? If he wants to win game lead, if they think that's the answer, he still needs to perform because he is the 3rd best player of 2018. He's been on everyone's radar for so long. The fact they're winning is, yeah, absolutely, that's spectacular, but it still is cause for concern.
It's going to be the big execution here. All 5 players for NaVi have to go in now. Smoke towards spawn and coffins, but the CT's ready for that. They'll be jumping on top of the coffins now and seeing if they can get the first kill. But what a response that is. Look at the perfectly thrown smoke. That's going to cause absolute chaos here as NaVi commit now.
Adren just waiting for it. Just dancing back and forth. Wants to figure out the side they'll enter into. Baits them to Nico, but Nico gone. It's now all onto Adren. So proficient with the pistol, but you know who is? A man who got an ace last time. He's got 2. He got the only 2 for NaVi so far, Flamey. As the bomb gets planted inside of B, Olaf's going to take the long rotation, the flank from behind. Zeus is watching it. And it's Guardian that wants Rain to work with him so he can get in from Ruin, so he can take some of the attention away. Zeus gave it up. Zeus thought he'd cleared Banana. He hadn't. Olaf was in behind the wall. They're going to think that's wide open, but now they realize with the other kills, they've all turned around. Flamey's looking for double ace in the pistol. Double ace in the pistol! Both of them! 10
as they do officially have Banana control with 1 minute 30 left on the clock. So great real estate picked up.
Spodek comes to life. What an absolute privilege it is to be in this building for all of us, for everyone. Shot down Electronic. He'll open it up. It's Nico, the man with the pistol last time that's gone already. And Electronic, he's going to go in. He's already through smoke. I don't even think Adren is aware he's hurt him. Gets behind the pillar just enough, not quite, as the M4 finds one, but it's Zeus to return. It's a man you'd love to get trades in every situation, surely. It builds him up just a bit, smoke down.
They should save at this point. I think they're going to. They still have the lead. They don't have to win this round. If Adren gets 2, they probably go for it. But a 4 versus 3, we've got the AWP on the retake as well. There's potentially more smokes and Molotovs to come through. Just take the round, and it's going to be NaVi finding their 4th now in the second half. It's going to be 10-9. This would be absolutely astonishing if they can pull it right back for a 10-5 deficit on their CT side. It's Guardian, Olaf, and Rain holding on to the weaponry they have, and a decent amount of kit as well. You can see Olaf Meister have all the grenades as he falls back. So the round is guaranteed at this stage. It's up to Simple just to clear out the ruins and make sure everything's taken care of. Nice position from Rain. That's going to get him a kill at least. And so he'll find Flamey. Wants to drop down now. He knows he's a prime target for the terrorist forces. And they'll settle up
and get the spray downs. He was getting overwhelmed. He was getting caught out too often.
One thing we should point out, just before we get into that FaZe are not using a single AUG on their CT side right now. They've got all M4s along with the AW.
It's actually a very good point because it's been quite vocal from Nico on social media that he does not like the weapon. He does not want it in the game. It's quite like Scream. And you know what? Cool. That's fine. You may not like it, but to quote more philosophy and quote Darwin, it's not the strongest nor the smartest who survives. It's those who adapt. And if you can't adapt to it, you're just not going to survive at this level. So bring out the AUG might be the answer. We'll see if that's what haunts them. Within 1, this great start they've had. Slowly falling away, and Simple on the repeat from the half wall. He's going to find Nico through the smoke. Again, aggressive. Rain's forced out. Remember, they already found Adren on this side. But Rain, he knows exactly how smoke clouds work. He fires through them always. And he gets 2 kills. Edward, he will at least get 1 back, but Flamey's cut off, and they know he's alone in the site now. Alone, but aggressive. And look how relaxed he is. Yeah, all right, I know you're coming. Let's see who wins the fight. He's got to hold the angle. He's got to wait for them to go. And if they try and trade this together, it is an op for Guardian. That could certainly be a problem for them. It's not going to be. Olaf gets it instead.
Finally, the first round on the board there for FaZe in their CT campaign. It comes down to the 2 versus 1, but they handle it very well indeed. It would maybe have to be a little bit more dramatic there this hold. Comfortable for a couple more.
Double Molotov, 1 thrown from either side. They've passed each other in the air. Oh no, they're going to push through it. Adren, great timing. That's a change of play. You want to talk about the B side? Sure. You can talk about the fact that Kerrigan was there with Nico. Now you've got Adren. That's a change in itself. And sure, you could argue who's got more firepower. I'd probably lean toward Adren. Lean toward Kerrigan naturally for tactics, but it's just even changing a person, if they're the same in every way, they're going to be slightly different in their positioning at the very least. And that could be enough to catch teams off. Rain falls off the box, he has to. Lost his vision. Guardian has not. He's not lost his nerve either. Inside the sight, tight position behind the boxes, and he's going to look for it again, nearly so hyper-focused that he shot toward his teammate, but it's Olaf that stands tall inside of the pit, 2 to find. Bomb down on the balcony, and really nothing to do for Electronic. So FaZe regaining the ground, starting to get the momentum sailing on the CT side as well. Off the angle. Admittingly, he'll go back out and look for more. The smokes off the one in the pit they want to find. Edward very vocal. He's calling timings, it seems. They're going to work off of him. He wants them to get him out of the boiler. He wants the shallow smoke so he can peek. Is there enough of a gap? Meanwhile, arch side, Simple goes. It's rather optimistic at times. They've taken advantage of that. The fact that he sprayed in so aggressively, that's Rain's invitation to go back to the cubby, because if they thought it was clear, it's not low HP.
Oh,
he
what?
ran out of ammo. He couldn't find it. Zeus got out. The spray got wild. And it is NaVi gone wild inside of the site, because bombs should be planted momentarily. It's picked up again by Edward. Guardian still toward Moto. It's a double op retake as well. This could be a huge problem. 2 kits. Nico doesn't have one. Guardian and Adren do. And Adren is on the move from top middle. They'll come from all approach, all angles. Guardian even going back to clear to make sure that no one got behind him in library.
Yeah, this is way too tentative now. They might consider this not going for this at all, but still, there's plenty of time left on the bomb. It's just a double AWP on the retake that scares me for them. It's a 3-on-3, but Zeus somehow still alive in this round, gets his second. He was taken down to 14 HP at the start, but goes on to win 2 more duels. And that's surely the round victory for NaVi now, as a sneaker trying to lock them in on the bomb site. Electronic will be found by Adren, and still valuable kills here. They kill absolutely everyone. Sure, NaVi take the round victory.
They lost it, and then Nuke was next, and it left them with little options. So sometimes that happens. You bring in a new map, and it just falls a little short. So that's the 3rd map. We'll see if it shows that they've been working on it still. That's if we even get that far. Nico behind New Box. He'll flash himself off, but it's Zeus that gets through the smokes and finds 2 on the UMP. Rain has to back away already. That reset we talked about might not be happening.
I don't think the CTs even go for this now. That's Zeus getting on top of the first orange. You can jump up there yourself, and he found 2 players on entry with the UMP of all the weapons. That's the one that does it. He picks up an AK-47 now. What a brilliant round from him. He managed to get 2 kills in the round they won previously as well to actually get them access towards the A side. Now he cracks open B as well, showing us that he still has the moves to cause a massive amount of impact there. Fantastic work. It will be a 5-on-3, and Rain, Guardian, Olaf have no choice but to save their weaponry. They're running low on cash now as well. That's just blown this game wide open. If FaZe won that round with a clean sweep, that would have been it. For me, that was GG, but NaVi, they're the one.
Simple going to be the one to try and open up the site. He'll make sure they don't retake Banana, that's for sure. Just hold it off at this point in time. And a Molotov down, they might. He knows exactly what that Molotov means. The flash hinders his plans. Smart to hold. They won't go for the boost yet. Wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw Simple get elevated up onto the half wall, but he's actually elected to fall off it completely. He's at the bottom side of the Banana. Bit of hesitation. Flamey's not really doing much toward the top side of A.
Notice that Adren and Nico, the players defending B, have no grenades between them to fend off a full execution here. I say full, but it will just be the smoke towards CT spawn. It doesn't seem to be affecting them too much. It's going to be a back to 4 trade, as now Zeus once again finding success upon the entries. The bomb's going down. Is this where NaVi take the lead?
Zeus is absolutely convinced of it. It might be. After the half we saw, they only won 2 gun rounds.
He was at 4 kills, I think, at the end of the half.
Absolutely, and again, I guess it was 3 gun rounds, but 10-5 at half on the CT side after a pistol start. Yeah, this is incredible turnaround. And again, we were sitting here thinking, hey, FaZe were geniuses. They brought out Inferno. Well, now you start to question why, because it's now 13-12. Guardian, he'll hold toward the top side of Banana. AUG in hand, still waiting. The AWP. He's got to remember to hold the button down, not click once with that scope up in front of him.
Guardian can do here, completely flash. Nice sequence in NaVi that obtains information and real estate there. They've found out the Guardian, the saved rifles towards the B side of the map. They've pushed him right back here. They might potentially bait out some grenades as well as they throw a flash over. And they're going to fall back towards the A side of the map. It will be Nico and Olof there with the M4 to defend. There's still a slight chance here as Edward will be putting the Molotov in towards Quad. Opts for his teammate to do it instead. Olof is in one of those positions where he can go very, very well or horribly wrong, courtesy of one flashbang here. We'll see which way it goes for him now.
Still holds off P250. Couldn't quite get it done. Flamey showed some excellent patience to tap away with the AK and not get overcommitted to a spray in that situation. Off screen, Simple found Olaf. And Electronic, he'll walk around. I don't know if he can check it. I was kind of thinking he was a little careless in that situation. But it doesn't matter because bomb goes down on the A site. Not really much that FaZe can do. So NaVi find 14. Again, timeout was called this round. Oftentimes you'll see it called out on a gun round, but see if they carry it over. See if they had some discussion about how to change it. We certainly saw a change on round 15 from NaVi that got them their 5th round by putting Simple solo anchor AWP on B. It might have to be something of that characteristic, something aggressive that's going to catch them off.
9 and 19. Quarterfinals here. Pressure is on. And they'll send 3 towards B at the start. Simple receives a few grenades here. The Flames won't touch it.
Oh,
well though.
And touched very inappropriately by Nico's nade. Nico's got a follow-up as well. Electronic down 2 for him in the rounds. 1 by way of bullet on the AWP, and it's Electronic and Simple that'll watch from the sidelines. It'll still be a round at hand, even if they don't convert this. 5 in a row. It'll be reset potential. So every gun down certainly helps. Edward's shoulder peek toward the A site. That didn't go well for him. Rain didn't quite see the player coming in through the smoke as Flamey was there. But yeah, Zeus on the AWP, how often do you see that?
He just took down Nico in a one-on-one duel as well. That's remarkable. Gets the AK at this stage.
That's also remarkable. Switches out an op for an AK. Who else would do that? Gets the op pick and then says, yeah, I'll take the rifle.
Yeah. Well, he tried to cause some damage there. Almost got the second. Not going to work out for him. It's Edward with his 4 HP. Looks like he's going to save. 35 seconds. Quite an agonizing one. We get sort of time to dissect that round. It was Nico joined by 2 teammates there. They went for the grenade stack towards logs. That's where Simple resided. And at that point as well, he jumps up on the barrels, gets the second kill, and funnels them back towards middle, where Adren can start chiming in as well. Lovely work from FaZe. Not out of this just yet to be 14-13. That's locked in. Edward looking like he was going to save. He actually recovers the bomb and wants to make something of this. He can't plant at this point, so just seeing if anyone goes hunting for him. Needs to be careful.